been? It is a new month, a new year for me. I just had my birthday not too long ago. Let me push your gaze down just like a little bit. Try to get centered. So I just had a birthday. I turned the lovely age of 37, and I don't know. I love getting older. I love getting wiser. I love learning things. I feel like in life, if you are not changing, you're not growing. In my 37 years of life, I've been so many different versions of myself that when I look back, I can see how much I've grown and how much I've changed. And it's a beautiful thing in life to grow and to get old. And I have been embracing my grays, and I don't know, I'm happy with life. I am. I'm happy with growing older. I cannot wait every year to see where I'm going to be next year and the things that I'm going to learn this year. A lot of people, like after they hit 30, they kind of stop wanting to celebrate. Like a lot of my friends don't enjoy their birthdays, and I just don't get it. Like I'm never on that trend with having the birthday blues, because life is so precious, and I have known so many people in this life that have loved to live and had so many plans about life that have died and didn't make it. And it has started at such a young age that I've always loved birthdays. And I am a true Leo. I love myself. I love celebrating. I feel like Leos don't just have one day to celebrate. Leos literally celebrate all season long. I truly do appreciate our birthdays, and we don't wait for people to celebrate. We celebrate for ourselves, and that's just a Leo for you. So with my birthday coming and passing, over the past few weeks, I wanted to kind of just dive into things that I've been wanting to try and do. I'm a true hoarder, and I have so many things that I've gathered through the years that I'll find if I'm, either at like a yard sale or if I'm at a thrift store, and if I see it for a good price, I'm like, okay, let me start this, let me do this, and then a lot of times I don't end up doing it. I think I let a little fear get in the way because I want things to be perfect. And I've had this air dry clay for years, and finally I decided, what in the world, why not? I opened it and started doing a lot of crafts, and I'm not perfect, but of course we all know that you can't expect to always be great. You have to give yourself that time and space to know, for one, if this is really for you, for two, if that's something that you enjoy, and for three, you have to give yourself time to be where you're at right now and where you want to be, and kind of allow that space to be your learning curve. Also, I've been wanting for years to embroider, and so I've got a few of my old jeans out, or jeans that I really aren't my favorite, and I started to do some embroidery, and I fell in love with it. I really have. I love what they've turned out to be. I'm excited to learn more. They have stencils, but I ain't got that. I ain't buying that. So I went ahead and tried to free hand it, and I guess free stitch it, should I say? And so I've free stitched my jeans. I've did some shorts, I did a moon, I've done a sun, I've done flowers, and I don't know, I feel like I really do enjoy it. It's something that I want to continue to do. I don't know about the air dry clay. Like pottery is something that I would love to get on a wheel and actually get my hands dirty to do like a bowl or something, like a bigger piece. But I had what I had, and I used what I used. There's nothing left, and I'm okay with my experience. I've enjoyed it. I think maybe for special occasions I would want to do it again, but it wasn't something that called to my heart like the embroidery. Whenever I started doing the embroidery and stitching, my mind just went haywire, and I'm like, I want to crochet, I want to sew. Like, I'm just like, I don't know, call it my granny era, but I feel like I've awakened a part of me that I just can't wait to try. I do know how to single crochet. I've learned how to crochet probably like it's been about 20 years. Whenever I was a teenager, I would try to crochet a blanket, but it never worked out that way, so I always ended up doing like a scarf, and it was always single stitch. And back then they don't have videos like they do now where to learn. Like, I don't think Pinterest was the thing. Like, I don't even, like I said, it was like damn near like 25 years ago, literally. Like, it was when I was super young. I was in middle school whenever I first learned how to crochet. And like I said, I'm not great at it, but doing the embroidery, it definitely kind of brought me back to that version of myself that I am going to be excited to learn. What else have I done this past couple of months? Well, not, I guess, what else have I done the past couple weeks? Oh, I've had lye and lots of oil, so I tried to do soap. Now, it turned out good. It did. It turned out good. Though when I was doing it, I hated it, and it's something I never want to do again. It's too much of a hassle. I am petrified of using too much lye. I mean, when I poured the lye in, it literally went, I guess I did it too fast, because it just went kaboom. And luckily I did have some glasses on and I had my gloves, but it made such a huge mess. And usually I don't let things like deter me. I don't usually let little mess ups, like, even because it's small mess ups, and usually I don't let that like deter me from me wanting to do it. But there was no serotonin in that process whatsoever. However, you're supposed to let it hard for like 3 months, but it's been a couple weeks, and since I did a bunch of the bars, I have brought one out and used it, because I know you can use it, but for it to get hard and to last longer, for the longevity of it, you're supposed to let it sit there for 3 to 4 months. And I jumped the gun and I started using it, and it's fine. It's great, but sometimes you live and you learn, and you kind of have to you have to try it to know if you're going to enjoy it. And making soap is something that is not for me. Like, for Christmas, I have melted down the like soaps and I have put it into a tray. And that was fine, but the whole mathematical part of measuring the lye and making sure that you have all these different types of oils, I do love how you know what goes on your body, but it just wasn't for me, and that's okay, because somebody else it's for, but not your girl, Felicia. But also, with another year that has passed, you also kind of want to look towards the future and to see things that you want to start doing. And actually looked past in the past year of things that you haven't done, or things like any regrets that you've had in the past year. And I tried never to live my life with I tried not to have any regrets. I really tried not to have any regrets in life, because I do feel like the universe gives you exactly what you need at that time. However, I do know that my spiritual journey has definitely taken a toll of kind of laziness. And so there's a few things that I would like to do. I feel like I've given myself a lot of excuses. If I don't want to do it, I don't do it. And I could definitely see myself kind of like not, I could tell with a lot of certain things that I used to love to do that I stopped doing, or I don't want to say I stopped doing it, but I've stopped doing it on a consistent, I've stopped the consistency of doing a few things. One of the things that I've always been very passionate about has always been my yoga. When I first started doing yoga, I felt like there was nothing in this world that I couldn't do. To be able to just work at it every single day and to see how flexible that I had become. And over the past few weeks, I've started back doing yoga, and it has been so discouraging to realize that I am just not as flexible as I once was. And it's a little slap in the face because you kind of just, as much as you know the version of you that is not good to compare, because you know that once you do start putting yourself down, you know that you could get into a really bad headspace of kind of, I don't want to say hating yourself, but blaming yourself. If I was to continue doing yoga the way that I used to do it, I know that I would be at a whole different part of it now than I was. And it is a huge letdown, and it's really sad to know that there's no one to blame but yourself. And in life, I just know that's exactly how life is. Like, in reality, everything falls upon you because you are the director of your life. You're the one who will push yourself. There's nobody here to hold your hand during this life of yours. You have to be the one to push forward and to do it. So whenever I see myself not doing the things that I used to, I know that the only person to blame is the person in the mirror, and that is my damn self. However, I know if I give up now and I stop, I know that I'll never get to the point that I was, and I'll never get to the point that I know that I could get to. And so I'm going to try to have a challenge to do yoga a lot more, because yoga was something that has brought so much peace into my life. Having to do my breath work and breathing through everything that kind of disturbs your peace has always kind of made me more mellow out. And so I've definitely, with the next year coming, I am definitely putting yoga back on my priority list. It is definitely going to be back on my priority list. Whenever I first started doing it, I would do it like 3 times a day. I would do like 20 minutes 3 times a day. Every time I saw my wall, I would jump up on it and do a handstand. I would do a headstand. I would practice my splits like no one's business. And I got so excited during each time that I put my mind to something and I was able to accomplish it. Like, it just brings you such a great feeling. And I try to, whenever I feel discouraged and I don't want to do things, I try to always split myself up as into 2 different people and have that version of myself, the one that I know where I want to be, and the version of myself that is being lazy. And whenever I catch myself saying, oh, I don't want to do it today, or oh, I'm just too tired, I try not to say I and try to think of it more as like, she is tired, she doesn't want to do it today, but this girl, the girl that I want to be, she definitely wants to do it today. And that is the girl that I am trying to make proud of, the version of me that I want to be. And so I can't give too much entertainment or too much attention to the girl that is making up excuses, because she doesn't want you to win. She is a version of yourself that is trying to bring you back into a comfort level of not growing. And so I'm always trying to, not always, because no one's perfect, but I do always try to catch myself into saying like, oh, I know I am the version of myself that I am trying to be, and past tense she. I'm like always trying to trick my brain and manifest the version of me that I want to be. And I've thought that it would be a great idea to do some little journal, like some journal entries. I guess not to do some like journal tracking. And so I have when I journal, I try to pre-make some of my journal entries into like my workout or my yoga. And each day that I'm able to do it, I'm able just to color in the little heart or whatever it is that I have for that month. It is August now, so I just have like heart, something, simple. But I actually try to do that with a lot of things. I've been dreaming a lot, so I also keep track of my dreams. And I'm a lefty, so my handwriting is not good. It is like, it's trash, but you know what? You have to just do what you're given. I don't have the best handwriting, but this is my book, my creation, and I will be damned if I sit there and let my insecurities make me stop from doing something that I know could initially really help me. I never thought that I needed to have something to keep me on track, but there's just certain times that you do, and I feel like that has been me lately, because I've definitely have been wanting to do my yoga. I tell myself, yes, I want to do my yoga, but then I catch myself not doing it. I feel like if you're having a really hard time with staying on track of your habits or things that you want to do, I feel like taking a good 15 to 20 minutes every month before the next month start and kind of doing a little habit tracker, it definitely helps me out a lot, and it's what has really been my saving grace for my yoga. I'm not gonna lie and say I do it every day, but I have done it a lot more than what I was doing. But there's a part of me that when I look at the page and I see that there's some parts that are not filled in, I'm like, oh, it kind of irks me. But I'm kind of trying to trigger that to make sure that I do it the next day and to continue. And hopefully, fingers crossed, that one of these months they'll all be shaded in. And there's so many different fun trackers on Pinterest that I've seen. So I don't know, right now it's kind of basic, it's just hearts for my yoga, but we'll see what else it becomes. It's definitely has helped give me just a little special push, like a little push to be like, okay, get in the right direction, start doing what I know I want to do, because it's up to me. Right now I want to really prioritize my health, my yoga, definitely awakening my inner child, and do lots of different crafts that make me happy. And I've been doing a lot of that. I've definitely have been doing just some fun little things that has made my heart, happy. Like I said earlier, I've done some air dry clay, and I've had a lot of fun. I've done refrigerator magnets. I've done a little fairy house. It's not perfect, but she's gorgeous, just for my little fairies. I've done little necklaces, some little wall decor, can I say? And I've enjoyed quite a lot of it. And I know that I want to redo my mirror setup. Right now it is plain Jane, it has no water in it, but I definitely want to kind of set up a cute little fairy experience here. I have lots of different little fairy houses that I told you I am a hoarder, that I have collected throughout the years, and I had them laid out around my garden, but this one's cute. But it kind of gets lost, knocked over very quickly. So I thought about the other day, I probably could have so much better use for all these cute little fairy houses, and I think it'd be such a good idea to have them kind of set up through here. I don't know exactly how I'm gonna do it, but you know, we will see. We'll do it together, you know, we'll figure it out together. You know, I think your mental health is really important, and I think it's important to always freshen up your space, especially if you're here and if you work at home, or if you're at home a lot. And even if you're not at home a lot, I think that it's really important to just freshen up your space, because you deserve to have a little slice of heaven, a little piece of serenity in your house, in your everyday living. And that's why I created my little fountain mirror, so I could have a place to go that is not inside. Inside, I have 2 boys, and they are always extremely loud, and they are always rowdy, and I have a dog that is obsessed with me. If you are a dog owner, and if that is you are the dog's person, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I can't even go to the bathroom without the dog whining on the other side. So I feel like it's so important to have a space that is it brings you serenity, it brings you calmness, and it makes you happy. And right here, this is my grounding space. It is where I come to meditate, it's where I come to do my yoga, it's where I come to journal in the morning. And I know that over the past few months, with the heat in Florida, it has definitely not been, it's been quite useless, to say the least. It has been quite useless, this place. I feel like at 7 o'clock in the morning, it's already 80 to 95 degrees. And that's just, I mean, as a native Floridian that's been born and raised, I mean, you would think that I'd be used to the heat and the humidity, but I promise you, this summer and this year has been a whole nother level of exhausting. Each day, it's like another day, another heat advisory. And luckily, right now, it is not too hot. We have a chance of rain, so the sun is not shining. So it's quite lovely. It's quite lovely, if I say so myself. But I definitely want to change up my little fountain mirror and change up my space, because no matter how much you love it, I feel like once you get used to something and you see so much of it, I feel like you kind of start to take it for granted, and you kind of forget that this is supposed to be your safe haven, your space that is supposed to make you calm and it's supposed to bring you joy. So I definitely want to refresh my area, and I think it's always good for you to have a little nice space to create a little slice of heaven, a little safe haven for yourself, no matter if it is a corner in your house, no matter where it is. Just find a spot and make it yours. Bring out your inner child and create something beautiful. I think it's really important for you to always have a good mindset of what it is you the version of you that you are and the version of you that you want to be, and always having a plan to get to that person that you want. And I do believe that one of the best ways is to write it all down and to keep goals and have those goals printed out, because whenever you see, you believe, and when you believe, you'll receive. It's always good to have some goals. So this goal, and even more importantly, like, not only that, but here I am making a video of what my intentions are for the next year. And one of the things that I am going to try my hardest at is to stay constant and to post consistently on YouTube. I always say that I'll see y'all guys next week, and y'all guys don't ever see me for another month, like a month and a half, and sometimes even like 6 months. Like, I would like to be consistent, and I would like to continue to post videos, because it really does make me happy, and it also helps me stay disciplined to create the things that I want to create. Y'all guys help me very much, and I would love to post every week, and I'm going to try to do that. Or rather, if it is an adventure video, or if it is a craft video, or it's just a video of us having a little chit chat, I mean, whatever it is, I'm going to try my hardest to stay consistent and be disciplined. Alright, I'm going to stop here. I hope you guys have a good week. I hope you guys are very graceful with yourself. You guys give yourself love, and I hope you give yourself grace. And I hope you guys have a great week, and I will see you guys very soon. Fingers and toes crossed that it will be next week, but that is all for now.